Doomed Planet podcast season 2, where we focus on obituaries. Episode 73, Heche, Unplugged. I'm doing this all in one take. This is the most horrific movie star death I can think of. It's Friday, August 12th, almost 9 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just seeing the official obituary. They unplugged her, basically. So the story is so grim and so sad. But first, let me break with some good news. We're going to end season 2 here of Doom Planet and start season 3 after this. I was hoping Henry Kissinger would die for season 2. Season 1 was like Seattle history and rock star, behind the smut tabloid stories about rock stars. Season 3 of Doom Planet is going to be about plants and animals and good things and things we need to do. We're going to call out the bad guys, of course, like single-use plastic, water in plastic bottles. You can't, and Heche, burned. Again, using, cutting that out of your own life or your family's life, that's fine, but we need change on obviously the government needs to step in and help change that. Apparently drunk during a recent podcast, and then some Amazon Nazi surveillance ring camera catches her car going really fast, 60 or 70 miles an hour down a residential 20 mile per hour street in a nice section of LA. And I guess there's audio on ring cameras because you can hear and then this crash, and then she did a hit and run and then kept going and went into some lady's house. So Anne is in this house for an hour, burning in her car. It takes 50 or more firefighters to get her out of there. This is a footage seen by everyone in the world because in LA they have these crime helicopters. She's being wheeled out on a gurney, but her face, it looks like everything is covered as if it's a dead body. Then right before she gets to the ambulance, she pops out of there and sits upward and flails her arms, and you can see her body is burnt. Her hair is not burnt off, I guess, but according to photographs from earlier in the day, she was wearing this flimsy camisole. Like, if you're going to burn in a car, you want a leather jacket and some kind of head protection. And that was it. I have friends that have worked in a hospice situation or been in a hospice situation as a witness, and many times a person dying of a horrible disease and they're at the end, at one point they'll sit up like, hey, I'm okay now. And they'll start walking around and like, yeah, okay, hey, let's talk. It's just this weird pre-death thing. And then quickly they lapse into like, okay, I'm dying. And then they die. And let's just hope that Anne's, this sitting up thing, that she was already brain dead and already, that was just a reaction from a body with no brain, because the horror of, and she lived for a week though, so that's why I think she did suffer so terribly. It's been a week and she's on life support ventilator rammed down her throat. She can't breathe on her own. Her lungs deeply damaged from smoke inhalation. She had the trauma of the car accident, severe burns, and she's already maybe mentally and physically in bad shape, maybe doing drugs, having a mental lapse, speeding so fast, and God, and so the person whose house she destroyed, because she ran into this house and it basically got destroyed immediately, like within hours, set up a GoFundMe. Oh, my house got destroyed by a car. She doesn't mention Ellen or express any. Sorry, Ellen. Anne. She doesn't mention Anne or express any sympathy for what she went through. She just says, "Oh, my house got destroyed and I'm doing a GoFundMe. Please help me." And she raised $100,000 within a day or two. And I looked into this person, will mercifully not mention her name. And yeah, she has some kind of new age consultant job that doesn't make sense according to LinkedIn. And again, this fucker, I mean, sure, that's bad that your house burned down, but do you really have $100,000 worth of material possessions in your house? I mean, anyone that owns a house, pays a mortgage, has insurance that would pay for this kind of catastrophic and Heche sort of disaster. So next, further research reveals that she got a PPP loan for $11,000 for the category of, I don't want to, this is all in one take. I'm just going from memory here. Household something, it's like her bullshit business does not really employ anyone, but so much, I think horrific celebrity deaths. Anne, she's a movie star. She had a period where she's in some movies. She's done a lot of work. According to me, very beautiful woman. She suffered horrific abuse as a child. So she started out in bad shape and then ended in a flash in really bad shape. I wish, we're no more obituaries on this fucking podcast, but Kissinger could die. I mean, I would love to see him burned alive in a car, for an hour, just kind of cooking. Roman Polanski could die. Marlon Brando died a horrible death. No, he didn't. He was very happy. He was 80 fucking years old. Yeah, some problems with him, but in general, he did not die. You live to be 80. All the abuse his body took in the end there. Yeah, James Dean had a horrific death, but again, died instantly. Okay. Doomed Planet, the podcast. Episode 73 here. Trying to work through. I mean, it's not like this was so troubling from the very beginning, and the inevitable, documentary film about this whole incident is going to be horrific, and I'm not going to watch it. And so we are moving on. Season 1, Seattle history and rock stars and shit. Season 2, obituaries. Season 3, environmental stuff. Eco-fascism? No. My own private eco-fascism? No. But we're going to scold people who use plastic. We're going to talk about how electric cars are bullshit because more people should use mass transit. More importantly, we're going to talk about this feeling I have that I'm trying to express about, you got a vacant lot and there's just grass growing there, but what if just nature brings seeds. Birds, they travel in the wind, and birds bring them. And a year from now, that vacant lot is full of different. It's a biodiverse plants, animals, plants, animals, plants, animals. So, if you're starving to death and dying of radiation poisoning, it's gonna suck, man. Why don't we work together to solve that problem? Like, you're a king in your castle, in your suburban home. You're a cop making $150,000 a year, and you don't give a shit about anyone else, and you have these paranoid theories about the other, people coming to get you or immigrating or something. Well, what happens if you are starving to death while simultaneously dying of radiation poisoning? R.I.P. Anne Heche. She has gone off to a better place.